Hi. So in these lectures, we are going to build a very popular game, that is 2048. Okay, that's a quite interesting game. And in this session, I am going to just giving you the overview of the game. And after that, I will recommend you to play the game at least 10 to 15 times so that you get an idea what each move in this game means. Okay, so let me just play the game in this. So the game rules are you have 4 movements allowed: left, right, up and down, right? So what happens is, if in this case I move a left, so what happened was, just what we can visualize what should happen. This was like this. This 2 and 2 were combined and become 4, and since we have moved left, so this 4 has moved on to the leftmost position because rest all positions are empty, right? So moving left is like this. Combining was there. Now in this move, if I move a left again, it will be like this, and a new 2 has come as well. So when I moved 4, this has become 4 as well. The 2 has come here. I have moved a left and again a new 2 has come. So what happened was, the 4 has become here. This 2 was here. What happened in case of left is, this 2 had come here. A new 2 has come after that, like this. Okay. Let me just move right now. Okay. Move right means like this. So what happens is, this 2 has moved on to here. This 2 has moved on to here. This 4 has moved on to here. And a new 2 has come like this. If I move right again, this 2 and 2 will be combined. These 2 will not change because right is not allowed for this 4 and this 2. So if I do right, this 2 and 2 was combined and become 4. Now if I move left now, let's say I move up. Okay, what will happen if I move up? This 4 and 4 will be combined and become 8. This 2 will remain on its position. This 2 will move on upwards. So this will become like this. 8, 2, 2, 2. If I move a left, this 2 and 2 was combined. 8 has moved here and a new 2 has come as well. Okay. This 4 and 8 will not combine. Only the same numbers will combine. So that means if I move down, 4 and 8 has not combined. They have just moved down. Only the same numbers can combine. Okay. So left, right, move up and down are allowed. And your aim is to reach 2048. Like 8 was made by 4 and 4. 2048 will be made with 1024 and 1024. So you need to create 2 blocks of 1024. For that you need to create 2 blocks of 5 and 2 and 5 and 2 here and 5 and 2 and 5 and 2 here. So that's a quite interesting game. You need to implement some maths and all. Our task is to build this game. Okay, our task will be of building this game, how we can make this game with the UI like this and all. Rules are simple: left, right, up and down, right? So this is a quite interesting case. What will happen in this case is, sorry. So like this was there, 2, 2 and 2. What will happen in this case is, if I move left, this 2 and this 2 are here. This 2 is here. So first of all, this 2 will be combined with this 2 and then this 2 will come here. So left movement means this is here. This cannot move. This will move here. So 2 and 2 will be combined. This will become 4. This 2, for this 2, these 2 positions are empty. This will move to here. Okay. So you can just play the game and you will get better understanding after that what is happening in each case. Okay. So play the game yourself, either on app or on website. You will find it everywhere. Play the game and then we will be starting the code in the next session. Okay. So make sure you understand all the cases, what is happening in each game, and we will cover all those cases in our game building. Okay. Great. So make sure you have good motivation to start in the next session. Great. Thank you. Hi. So in this session, we are going to start implementing our logics. Okay. So I made a new file here named logics. In this, the game logic part will be there. So all the logics will be happening in this. All the gameplay will be happening in a different file. That means the UI part handling will be in some other file. But in this, there will be logics The logics can be how to make a left move, how to make a right move, how to make up and all. Other tasks can be you need to start a game, right? And we have seen that initially there were two random twos were adding. Okay, we need to add random two at different positions. So adding new two, there can be another functionality. So all the functions will be involved in this logic part. Okay, so whenever you make a game, there is a UI part which is handling the game UI, how the game looks, and whatever the movement you need to make, all the logics will be in a separate file. Okay, so we will go into the UI file in after the logics. First we will implement all the logics here. Okay, so we will start with few basic logics for now, that what will happen if I say start the game, what we need to do internally. Similarly, what will happen if I need to add new twos at random positions, adding new two. Okay, so these two important functions we will implement in this session and start writing the code for understanding. Okay, so in 2048, I think first of all, you need a matrix. We are not dealing with the UI part. We are just doing what we need internally, how we will be solving maths and all. So we need a matrix of 4 cross 4. And I think there will be multiples of 2 everywhere. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Everywhere there will be multiple of 2's. So what you will distinguish is we will maintain a 0 initially, that everywhere 0 is present. 0 means an empty position. At rest of the position there can be 2 here, 2 here, 4 here and all. But 0 means that it is an empty position. Okay, so first of all what we will make is a 4 cross 4 grid in which all the values are 0. Okay, so that will happen when we will start a game. That means whenever we are going to start a game, we will be calling this function start underscore game, and internally what it will do is it will make a matrix of 4 cross 4 with all values as 0. So what I can do is for I in range of 4, I will do matrix dot append 0 into 4, and I will just return this matrix. This is a list of list. Matrix dot append 0 cross 4. That means 0 4 times. For I in range of 4, that means 4 times I will append this 0 0 0 0. Then again 0 0 0 0. This creates a list like this. One time it is appended, another time. How many times? 4 times. So in Python you can make a 2D list like this. So we have maintained a 2D list with all values initially as 0. This is a simple thing. Whenever we are going to start a game, we will be generating a matrix with all values as 0 and we will just return that matrix. Okay, this is a simple logic behind starting the game. Okay, so that will happen in case of start game. It will give you a matrix with all values as 0. Okay, great. Now there can be another functionality which we have already discussed, adding new 2 in matrix. In which matrix? That you will provide that in this matrix I want to add new 2. And what is the logic behind adding new 2? I think it is, you need to append a 2 wherever the position is empty. If here 4, 8, 2, 2 has been returned, you need to generate a position where there is 0. 0 means empty space. So you will generate a random 2 at random position, 2 at a random position. So you want an index. And this indexing will go from where to where? I think 0 to 3. So you want a random integer from 0 to 3. Let's say you get a 2. Now you need again a random integer from 0 to 3. This is for row and this is for column. Let's say you get 3. You got 2 cross 3 position. You will check whether there is 0 present or here or not. If it is, you can add a new 2 here. If this random generator generates a row, let's say 2, and it generates a column, let's say 1. Now 2 cross 1 is not empty because here 2 is already present. So you need to append a 2 at random position, but only at those position where there is an empty space. That means here all here are 0. So you can add new 2 at these positions, but you cannot add 2 at these positions. So you need to find an empty space. First of all, how will we get a random value? We will get a random value from a random library in Python. Import random. Okay. So we will generate a row, let's say R, from random.randint function is there, like this, from 0 to 3. Both are included. So from 0 to 3, it will generate a random number. And again, we need a random number because it is 4 cross 4. So in terms of indexing, it will be 0 to 3. We will get two values, R and C. What we need to do actually is matrices at this R and C should become equal to 2. You will add 2 at there. Okay. But you can only do that if that position is an empty space. That means you need to do something like this. While matrices at R and C is not equal to 0, you will keep on generating the random integer. Otherwise, you will not do this. You have to keep that. If 2 cross 1 comes, matrices at A and B is not equal to 0, you will again generate a random integer. Let's say this time R comes out to be 1, column comes out to be 1 again. This is 8 is already here. So matrices at R and C is not equal to 0, you need to generate again. Let's say this time 1 comma 3 comes. So 1 cross 3 is empty. So what you can do is here add 2. Okay. So we need to find a position where there is an empty space. Empty space means there is a 0 present at that matrix. If 0 is not present, you will generate again row and column. You will have to find a position where there is an empty space, and at that position, matrices at R and C, you will just do 2. You will update that position with 2 because you need to add new 2 at a random position, and only at those positions where there is an empty space. So that we are able to do in this question. Okay, so we are able to generate 2 functions. We can start a new game and we can add new 2 in our matrix by calling this function, and we are able to add 2 at random positions. Okay, the most important logics to check the state of the game, whether we have won, whether we have lost, or whether the game is still going on. The logic behind left movement, up movement, right movement, all of that we'll be doing in the next session. You can start implementing those functions by yourself. We will be doing that in the next session. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi. So in this session, we are going to implement a function getting the current state of the game. Okay. So current state of the game means you are playing 2048 and there can be possibility that you have won. There can be a possibility that you have lost. Or there can be a possibility that game is not over up till now and you can still play. Okay. So there can be 3 states: won, lost, or game not over. There can be 3 states. So at current state, I will give you a matrix. You need to check whether you have won or lost or game not over. Because this is very important. At every stage you want what is the current state of the game. If you have won, you are done. If you have lost, then also you are done. If you have neither won nor lost, that means you are still in the game. Okay. So you want to get the current state of the game at each point of time. Right? That is what you need to follow. So for that, what we can do is we can implement a function which will be get current state, and it can return 3 things. It can return 3 things. Either you have won or lost or game is still not over. Okay. So first of all, the won thing is easy. Okay. So you will be winning if you are able to reach 2048. That means in this matrix, if at any position 2048 is present, that means you are won. Okay, 1024 512, that doesn't matter. If at any position 2048 value is there, that means you have won. Okay, that we can check by like this. We will go to each row and column. For each row, there are 4 number of rows, and for each row we will go to each column like this. If matrices at ith, jth becomes equal to 2048, that means you have won. Return 1. If you have returned 1 here, that means you are able to win the game. If you come out of these loops, that means either you have lost or you are still in the game. Okay, now when can you say that game is not over yet? I think one condition it is very easy. If this is like this 2 4 4 8 8 4 8 8 4 8 8 16 16 32 32, something like this. I think one condition is very easy, that if anywhere 0 is present, that means it has an empty position. If there is any empty position, that means you are still in the game. You are still in the game. Why? Because here 2 can come and it can combine with this, etc, etc. Anything can happen. If anywhere 0 is present, that means game is still not over. Game is over when you cannot make any movement. So I think one condition for not making any movement should be that the whole array or whole matrix is filled. So if whole matrix is not filled, that means you can make the movement. Okay, so in this, what we can simply check is, if there is any empty position, that means if anywhere 0 is present. Okay, for j in range 4, if matrices at ith, jth is equal to 0, that means there is an empty position still there. So return game not over. You are returning this game not over. Okay. Okay, great. Now there are some other conditions as well for which game will not be over. That means after coming out of this, that means there is no empty position now. Okay, since there is no empty position, but you can still be there in the game, if anywhere these things are there, 4 4 8 8 16 32 2 4 4 8 4 4 8 8, this is filled, but still you are in the game, because if you make a left movement, this 8 will combine with this 8, this 4 will combine with this 4, this 2 will combine with this 2, so empty positions will be created. This will become like 16 here, this 4 and 4 will be 8, here 0 0 will come, so empty positions will be created. Okay, so you are still in the game if anywhere consecutive numbers are same. This is equal to this, this is equal to this, or anywhere something like this is there. This is what? If this is particular I comma j, this is equal to this. That means at I comma j, you have I comma j plus 1, and these both numbers are equal. That means you are still in the game, because ith comma j is this, ith comma j plus 1 is this, these two are equal, that means they can combine. So if any point of time this is equal to this, that means you are still in the game. You can make a left movement and they will be combining. And this can be in this way as well. 2 2 4 4 4 4 4 8 8 4 4 16 32 32 64 64. So now I comma j plus 1 is not there, but I think this 2 and 2 can be combined by making an up movement or down movement. This 4 and 4 can be combined by making up movement or down movement. Anything can be there. Now here, if there is any particular I comma j, it is equal to the next position downwards, that means I plus 1 comma j, that means the game is still not over. Because these two can combine and create an empty position. Okay, so anything can happen. You can't predict now. So that means if at any point of time ith comma jth equal to the ith comma j plus 1 or ith comma jth equal to the ith plus 1 comma jth, that means you can still combine two numbers. That means new empty positions can be created. That means game is still not over. Okay, so what I am saying here is like this. For I in range, I will decide the range. For j in range, something like this. If at any point of time matrices at ith, jth is equal to matrices at ith plus 1 jth, or matrices at ith jth is equal to matrices at ith jth plus 1, that means game is still not over. Return game not over. This is very, very important. Okay, that means you need to check consecutive positions. Now for that consecutive positions, you are checking them consecutively. If your ith comma jth is this, then I plus 1 j is okay, but I comma j plus 1 is not okay because that is out of bound. This is I comma j plus 1 and this is I plus 1 comma j. Similarly for this, if this is I comma j plus 1 is okay, but I plus 1 comma j is not okay because that will be out of bound. So what we can do is, for all of these positions, everything is okay. For every I comma j, there will be I plus 1 comma j or I comma j plus 1. I plus 1 comma j is here. I comma j plus 1 is here. So for every positions up till this boundary, I plus 1 comma j and I comma j plus 1 both will be there. So what I can do is, I can just do for I in range of 3. For I in range of 3. That will create 0, 1, 2 here and 0, 1, 2 here. So for every 2 there will be 3. For every 2 there will be 3. Okay, so range can be 3 here. That is okay. You have checked for these. That is perfect. But I think we need to check for these as well. The last row and the last column. There can be thing like this 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. Now nowhere I comma j equal to I plus 1 comma j or I plus 1 equal to I comma j equal to I comma j plus 1, but there can be this case. Here 4 comma 4 is there, or here 2 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 2 is there. So I comma j is equal to I plus 1 comma j. Here I comma j equal to I comma j plus 1. So anything can be possible now. It's not that amongst these there is no I comma j equal to I comma j plus 1 or I comma j equal to I plus 1 comma j, but that can happen in the last row and last column. So game is still not over. So you need to check for the last row and last column as well. How can we check? Let's check for the last row. For last row, what we need to check is, so our I is fixed, our j will move, our I is 3, our I is fixed, the row number is fixed, this is third row. Now for every row, for this row, every jth you are checking for j plus 1, so j range will be 3 because j can move till 2, range 3 means you can go till 2. For 0, 1, 2 you will check, that is okay. What you will check is matrices at 3 comma j is equal to matrices at 3 jth plus 1. If in the last row anywhere jth column is equal to the j plus 1th column, that means you need to return game not over. This is for last row. This is for every row and column except last row and last This is where anywhere 0 is present, you are checking for that. You are checking anywhere 2048 is present. You're checking for last row here. You need to check for last column as well. What you will do is, now the column is fixed. So column is 3, but your row will change. So your row will grow from where to where? I think it will grow for I in range till 3, because you can include only 0, 1, 2. But for those, what you need to check is if matrices at ith third column is equal to matrices at I plus 1 and third column. In the last column you are checking. What you are checking, if anywhere they are equal, that means game is still not over. You can make movements. That means like this here. Now I think you have checked for every condition for not getting game over. So if anywhere 0 is present, that means game is not over. If anywhere consecutive elements are equal, except last row and last column, you have checked here. If anywhere consecutive elements are equal in the last row, you have checked here. If anywhere consecutive elements are equal in the last column, you have checked here. So that's a perfect thing to do. If neither of them satisfied, that means you have lost now. Because you cannot make any movement. You do not have any empty position. You do not have 2048 anywhere. That means you have lost. So if all of them fails, that means you can return lost from here. So a perfect and simple implementation of getting the current state. If you have won, you get this. If you have not, game is not over, you can get through all of these functionalities. If both of them fails, that means you have lost. Okay, so that's a great function to implement. Now the next session, we are going to start implementing the movement logic. How will we make a left move, down move, up move? That will be quite interesting. Now we are in a state that we can say that what is our current state, how can we start a game, and how can we add new 2 in the game. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, so in this session we are going to code the compression part of our 2048 game. So whenever we are making a move, let's say left move, we discussed 3 things were there. First, you need to compress it. That means move all the non-zero numbers on one side, right? So what we need to do is, if we have a 2D array like this, 2, 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, and let's say 4, 0, 0, 0, 4, 4. Let's say this. So after compression, what it should become is, all the non-zero numbers in each row should come onto one side. So this 2 is here, this is non-zero, this should become like this. 2, 4, 4, 0. There is no non-zero number, there is no 0 here, so it will remain same. Last part is 4, 4, 0, 0. So this we need to do. So our function will be compress, and we are given a matrix which we need to compress. First of all, what I am doing here is, we will make a new matrix now, and in each row we will add new numbers. First of all, each row will have 0, 0, 0, 0. This is non-zero number, this will be added here. This is 0, no. This is 0, no. This is 2, yes, 2 is added here, rest all are 0. This is non-zero, 2. 0, this will not be added. 4, 4. So all the by default values are 0. If any non-zero value comes in row, I will do that. 2, 2, 2, 2. This is 0, I will stop here. 0, I will stop here only. 4, 4 here, then I will move on to the next position. 4 is here, 4 is here, then I will move on to the next position. So I will fill in each row the non-zero number. Okay, that we need to do. So for that, what I am saying here is, we will maintain a new matrix now, and this function should return a new matrix, which will initially will be, all the values will be 0. For I in range of 4, what I am doing is, new underscore matrix dot append 0 into 4, like this. I have made a new matrix in which all the values are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now what I will do is, I will go to each value in this matrix and going to each column in this matrix, I will check if matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0 at some position, new underscore matrix, in this row only, at some position, I will fill this matrix at ith jth, and I will do position plus equal to 1 here. This is my position which I need to fill at each row. This is our initially like this. I equal to 0 is here. I will maintain a position which will initially will be 0. I will check. This is my j. Matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0. I will fill this position with this number 2. J will automatically will be plus plus. Position will plus equal to 1, so position will come here. Matrix at ith jth is equal to 0. I will not do anything. Position will still be here. J will move on. J will come here. Matrix at ith jth is equal to 0. So J will move on to here. Position will still remain here. At 2, this is not equal to 0. So 2 and position plus equal to 1. Since all of them are by default 0, so this will remain 0 because by default values are 0. Now I will move on to I equal to 1. Again I need to start with position equal to 0. So what I am saying here is, at each row my position initial value will be 0, and according to that I will fill that this is starting from 0. Matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0. New matrix at ith position is equal to this number 2, position plus equal to 1. That means position will come on to here. J will come on to here. Matrix at ith jth equal to 0. You will not do anything. Position will still be here. J will move on to here. Matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0. At this position you will fill with 4 and position will move on to here. Matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0. You will fill this position with 4 and you will move on to here. Now again you will start with new row. By default values are 0 and this is how our new matrix will be filled. After the end of this, we just need to return what? We just need to return the new matrix which we have made and filled with the values which were required. This is the compression part. All the non-zero numbers are moved on to the one side and rest part is the same. All the zero numbers are on the right side of the row and all the non-zero numbers are on the left side of the row. This is what we are doing currently and this is what we are demanding and this is how we are done. Okay, so this is the compression part. Now try to implement the merging part by yourself. Hi, so in this session we are going to discuss the merge logic of 2048 game. Okay, so we have already done the compress part. Now it's our task to merge them. Okay, so what happens in case of merge is, now it is there that all the elements, all the non-zero numbers are on one side and zero numbers on the right side. So let us say our stage has become like this, 2, 2, 4 and let's say this has become 4, 4, 4, 4. This is 0. This is 2, 0, 0, 0. Let's say this is 4, 2, 2, 0. Something like this. So what will happen in case of merge is, this is equal to this. So this will become 4. Right? So our next part will be like this. 4. This should become 0. This is not equal to this. This should remain same like this. 4 equal to 4, so this should become 8. This 4 should become 0. This 4 equal to 4, this becomes equal to 8 and this again becomes equal to 0. This is not equal to this, so 2 will remain same. Rest will all remain same. 4 and 2 are not equal, 4 will remain same. 2 and 2 are equal, this will become 4. This will become 0, this will still remain 0 and you are done. Okay, so this is what we need to do in case of merging part. Okay, so this should become like this and we are going to focus on merge function now. Okay, so this will be like this: def merge. In a given matrix, you need to merge. Okay, so how will you merge? I think you will go for each row and column again. For I in range of 4, each row. And I think for column, what you need to check is a jth column needs to be checked with jth plus 1. I think you need to check like matrix at ith jth is equal to matrix at ith jth plus 1. Something like this. This you need to check. This is equal to this. Then you should do this. So this is j, this is j plus 1. This is j, this is j plus 1. This is j, this is j plus 1. So your j should not move on to the last column because j plus 1 does not exist for that. So our j will go till range of 3. Okay, that is very, very important. Now what you need to check, if matrix at ith, jth, is equal to matrix at ith and jth plus 1, and also it should not be equal to 0. Then only we need to do that, right? Matrix at ith jth is not equal to 0. Then only we will do, what we need to do is, if this is matrix at ith jth, what we will do is, this should become 8. So 4 should become 8, 8 should become 16, 16 should become 22. So I think our matrix at ith jth should become whatever was matrix at ith jth into 2. Whether it was 16, it should become 32. If it was 32, it should become 64. And after that, matrix at ith jth plus 1 is getting empty. That means that should become 0. That is very, very important. So this has become 8, this should become 0. This has become 8, this should become 0. So if matrix at ith jth becomes equal to twice of this, ith jth plus 1 should become 0. This is what we are going to do in every merging part. For each row, what you are checking is, if jth is equal to j plus 1, if it is, you just double it and the next part becomes 0. Then move on to the next column, then move on to the next column, and correspondingly do that, and eventually we are able to merge that. Okay, so this is the concept behind logic, and this is the concept behind merge logic, and I think we are able to merge through this. In the next session, we are going to start implementing our left move. Our compress and merge works according to the left move. Okay, so we are going to explore more in the left move now, and these two functions are ready. Make sure you are comfortable with both of them, then move on to the movement part. Okay, so in the next session, we are going to implement left move. That will be quite interesting, and that will be our half part of the 2048 game, that almost part of the logic is done. Okay, so let's move on to the next part, and we will discuss that in the next session. Great. Thank you. Hi. So in this session, we are going to implement two main functions of our logic, that is reversing a matrix and transposing a matrix. Okay. So reversing means, if you want to reverse any matrix, this is our 4 cross 1 matrix, 2 4 2 0 0 4 4 2 2 2 4 4 4 2 4 2. So if we want to reverse it, reversing means 0. This should become 0 2 4 2. 0 here, 2 here, 4 here, and 2 here. This should become 2 4 4 0. So reversing matrix means reversing each row in our case. This should become 4 4 2 2. This should become 2 4 2 4. Okay, so reversing each row. So I think for reversing a matrix, what we need to do is, that will be very simple function. We are given a matrix which we need to reverse. After reversing a matrix, we will actually return the new matrix. So what we can do is, we will have a new matrix like this. Okay, we will go to each element of the matrix for I in range of 4, for j in range of 4, like this. I think at each row we need to append. So this is our list of list. So at each row we need to add a new list. This is another row, we need to add a new list. This is another row, we need to add new list. This is another row, we need to add new list. And in each row, while you are working on each column of a row, we will add in the list. Okay, that we need to do. So what I'm saying here is, whenever a new row comes, just append a new list. and whenever you want to append in this, in ith list, you will append an element. That we need to do. Okay, when we are working on 0, we will append a list. New matrix at 0, we will append the elements in this list. Then we will work on this first row, we will append this list, and we will add elements in this list. Okay, so that's what we need to do. New underscore matrix at ith dot append what we need to append. I think we need to append some element of ith row only. So the row is same. So if this is I equal to 0, I need to append in this row only. If this is I equal to 1, I need to append in first row only. If this is I equal to 2, I need to append in same row only. So row number is same. What is the column number? What will be the column number? I think the column number will be, if this is 0, at 0 we want this. This is what? 3. The first element, 0th element, at 0 we need to append 3. For first we need to append second element. For second we need to store first element. For third we need to store 0th element. So I think this is 4 minus 1. This is 4 minus 2. This is 4 minus 3. And this is 4 minus 4. This is j equal to 0 to 3. So I think this is 4 minus 0 minus 1. This is 4 minus 1 minus 1. 4 minus 2 minus 1. 4 minus 3 minus 1. And these are the corresponding j. So our element which we need to append is at 4 minus j minus 1. If j equal to 0, that means 4 minus 1, that is equal to third element. So we need to append 4 minus j minus 1 element, and we will keep on doing that, and in the end we will need to return this new matrix. So the only element is for ith row, for the jth element at jth position we will store 4 minus j minus 1 position. So that means for 0 it is 3, for first it is 2, for second it is 1, for third it is 0. Okay, so this is what we have done in reversing a matrix. That will return a new matrix, which will be the reverse of this matrix. Perfect thing to do. Our next task is to transpose a matrix. So again, I think we will make a new matrix here. We will go to each row only. And we will go to each row and append a new element like this, append a list. We'll go to each column element like this. We will append new element in this ith list. But the interesting point is what will be that new element, and in the end we will just return new matrix. This is what we need to do. If we transpose this matrix, this is 2 4 to 0, so 2 4 2 0 will come here and 2 0 2 4 will come here. This will become 4 4 2, this will come here, 4 2 2 will go there, 4 4 will come here, 4 will come here, 2, right? So we will make this matrix. Now this is 0 comma 0. If you look at closely, this is actually 1 comma 0. If you look this closely, this is actually 2 comma 0. This is actually 3 comma 0 in the original matrix, right? And this have come at 0 comma third position. The second comma 0 element has come at 0 comma 2 position. This is 0 comma 1th position. In original matrix it was 1 comma 0. In this original matrix it was 2 comma 0. It has come on to 0 comma 2. If you look this 4, this is 0 comma 1 here. This has come out to be first comma 0 position. This is 1 comma 1 position, and in this 4 was where? 1 comma 1. If you look at closely, this is what here? This is 1 comma 2 here, first row second column. This is actually what? Second row and first column. Okay, now this is what? 4 4 2 2. This is actually third row first column. This is actually first row and second column. So if you look at closely, ith comma jth element has become jth comma ith element. right? ith comma jth element has become jth comma ith element. When you are appending, you are storing at some ith comma jth position. This is I equal to 0. You are filling like this. 0. First you will fill 0th row, then first row, then second row, then third row. When you are filling for 0th row, this is what? Matrix at ith, jth should come what? So, whatever is present at matrix at jth, ith should come at matrix at ith, jth. Because whenever you are appending an element, you are appending in an ith row, you are appending in the ith comma jth element, but the element which you need to come is matrix at jth, ith. That is what happens in transpose matrix. So the new element which you need to add here is actually matrix at jth, ith. So in the original matrix, whatever was matrix at jth, ith will come out to be at position where new matrix at ith, jth. Because when you are appending, you are actually storing at particular I comma j. For the ith row, at the jth position, you are appending matrix at jth, ith. So that will just transpose the matrix and rest of the concept remains same. We are able to apply transpose as well as reverse, simple logic of reverse and transpose, and we are able to do the transpose and reverse. Okay, so now the logic part is complete. You are able to implement all the movements. You are able to implement compress, merge, move up, move down, move right, move left. Try for sample test cases. Try to run for few inputs. We will run for few inputs in the next session. But make sure your logic part is overall clear, because this is the main part in 2048 game. The UI part is very easy. The main part is this. If you are able to understand this, you can make any of the project with various games. The important concept is what all functions are there, how to implement one move, and how to generalize the moves. Okay, take the help of compress function, merge function, reverse function, transpose function, and you will be able to implement this 2048 game. Okay, so we are going to run for a sample input in the next session. Make sure you try yourself. Okay, great. Thank you.